And welcome into the Cullman Football Review. I'm Hugh Harris, and I'm here with Coach Oscar Glasscock. And we're going to take a look at last Friday night's game with Mortimer Jordan down in Jefferson County. And we came up just a little bit short, and I think you saw some improvement, but we still came out on the short end of the score.
Yeah, trying to get over that hump. You know, it's about 4 or 5 plays probably really determine the outcome, which is pretty common with the game of football. And the guys played hard. It was another grinder type game, and we're pretty beat up and exhausted. And we had a hard practice today. It was really hot. But JV played tonight after practice and all afternoon, and they had a big win against Mortimer Jordan.
Okay.
We won 28-0 with the JVs, and then our 9th grade team went up to Austin and won 35-7. And so they beat James Clemens the first week, so they're 2-0 and 1-0 in JV. And things are looking bright. We were better offensively. We still got a long ways to go, especially up front. But there were improvements there. But look, name of the game's win, and I got to do a better job, and we got to do a better job to come out on the winning side in these close games.
Well, I know you were up 17-14, I think, and they came down and scored and went ahead, and we were not able to go down and score and put us back on top.
Right. Well, we had some sustained drives and blocked better up front. We were able to run the ball more effectively, but man, we had a couple of crucial. We had a crucial fumble. We had a nice drive going and put the ball on the ground, which we hadn't done much of. It's been, and then another time we kind of busted an assignment and in the backfield and turned the wrong way, and that helped end the drive. And it just we can't do things like that. I mean, we had the first drive of the game, we had a late hit on the quarterback. It was wasn't an unsportsmanlike deal. It was just an effort kind of deal.
Yeah.
And really close call, but that kept their first drive alive, and they ended up scoring a TD. And man, it's just those little things. I tell the team all the time. You have to take care of the little things, whether it's picking your towel up off the floor in the locker room to how you carry out your assignments. That's what wins football games. And we have to believe that if you take care of the little things, it's going to lead to big things on down the road.
Okay. And when you build in a program and new coach coming in, it takes some time to adjust, and those are all learning experiences for those kids. And once they can get in the film room and see their mistakes and learn how to correct them, then things are going to perk up.
Yeah, well, that's the plan or the process or whatever. But man, it sure be good to win a football game too. In the meantime, and we're working hard toward that, and we got an outstanding opponent coming up, Decatur, this week, and I think it's 2 pretty evenly matched teams, and both of us are 0-2, but the winner's going to be in good shape for making the playoffs. So it's a big game this week. So our guys are they're focused on that. They know how big it is, but we still talk about making sure we're primarily focused on us getting better every day, and they're still learning how to practice and learning what it takes to get better every day and with every rep, but. I feel good about our preparation so far. We got to be careful about how much we do between now and kickoff, because it's really, really hot, and when you've played 2 really physical football games like we have to open the year, you've got to make sure you're recovered, because you can practice all you want to, but if you don't have any gas on Friday night, it's not going to do a whole lot of good.
Well, let's get on into the first quarter, and another warm but beautiful night for football. And
yeah, it's definitely a muggy night to start. We kind of laid off on them a little bit in warm-ups. You see Houston Smith. Houston Smith really works hard on the special teams. He's a guy that gets after it. Outstanding quarterback. That was a good big hit. So we're running the ball. Like I said, we're their quarterback Cortland is Division I. He's been offered by all the academies. He's a special dual threat athlete, and we're getting to the ball. Right there. I mean, we're rotating a lot of D linemen, even at linebacker. We're getting out there, and You know, we've been rushing the passer with just a 3-man rush a pretty good bit. You know, our emphasis is really not giving up the explosive touchdown. We're going to try to make people drive the field. Great job tackle right there. I mean, that's
good job.
Yeah, you know, I think Dustin Speak had a really good game. Had a couple of missed tackles, but man, he was all over the field. You know, right there we got that late hit. It was just, you know, that's a judgment call. Like I said, it wasn't anything dirty. It was just football, but that, you know, that gave them a first down, and you know they go on to score a touchdown here, and it's just, we can't do that. We just can't make those mistakes. Batted the ball up. They ended up catching it. You know, they had a few things go their way, especially early. Really good offense. I mean, just, you know, Dusty Good just does such a tremendous job there. He's made that team into a consistent contender. He's taken them to the finals. They were in the semifinals last year. Really big up front, big and strong. We got a great weight program there, and you know, we're trying to establish our own weight program here. Again, you see the dual threat. The guy's an extremely accurate passer. You know, they really had to work hard to score on that drive, but you know, and that's kind of how we're taking the approach. You know, we don't really have a, you know, I would say just a, you know, big play guy on defense. You know, we're sort of relying on everybody doing their job and getting to the football, and you know, so we're not taking as many chances bringing a lot of people in passing situations, just because again we want people to have to drive the field.
And then going back to that roughing the passer, you got that lineman giving it everything he's got to ever play, and then he finally gets to him and gets flagged. So
I mean,
it's tough.
Everybody knows how good a player their quarterback is, and you know, they want to get a shot on him, and it's just, like I said, it was within the rules of the game. We've got to get the ball down. We've got to do a better job of getting ready to be a little bit more accurate in our throwing game early. Really nice punt by Jaden Sullins there. I mean, almost like you said, out-kick your coverage a little bit, but you know, we're designed to get that ball to the sideline. Really good running back. You know, Mortimer Jordan had several transfers come in this year to really make an impact for them. We do a nice job on the option, but again, we're getting everybody in the picture. You know, you see 11 gold helmets at the ball when by the time the whistle blows. Again, you see some of the skills this guy's got. He is a smooth runner, and he's, you know, it takes a while to adjust. You know, you can practice all week against a guy until you get out there and you're trying to get to him. And we get him bottled up there.
And you can watch football on Saturday, and those skill guys, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah. This kid's going to be playing on Saturdays. He is a quarterback. He's not an athlete. He's a quarterback. Oh, we got to catch that. You know, second week in a row, we've had one just hit us right in the hands. You know, and I always tell those guys, that's why you're on defense. Yeah, receivers coach didn't want you.
That's right, but really a beautiful stadium there at Mortimer Jordan.
Yeah, that's new turf field. That's the second week in a row we've helped been the first game on their new turf.
Yeah, I have memories of going into their old stadium on the visitors press box and having to beat down the wasp nest so we could film. So
nice tough run by Jalen Huey. Jalen's really learning how to run tough, and man, he's a load when he gets going, and he's starting to be a punishing runner. And you know, he hasn't really been a running back before this year, and he's getting better every week.
Yeah, I don't know that people really understand how difficult it is to develop the skill of a good running back.
Yeah, and that's a great block by Jalen on the corner right there.
Yeah.
He takes pride in blocking. Nice throw and catch right there. Getting the first down. That's things, you know, converting those first downs, keeping the ball rolling, and man, what a beautiful play this is.
Yes.
That's a trap. You know, we're out of the gun, but we're a block down, kick out team, and you know, we blocked their 3 technique out, and Jalen's got the talent to take it to the house, made a nice cut, and it's, you know, like I said, we're getting better. We're getting better, and it's just, again, it takes time, you know, because that was, like, again, they had an outstanding defensive line, really did. That number 22, their outside linebacker, is one of the better players we'll play against this year. Really good kickoff coverage. I think Coach Morris is doing an outstanding job with our special teams. You know, again, we're putting on new schemes, but particularly on kickoff, we've done a great job. You see some of the talent they got. I mean, it's just, you know, we're running the ball, you know, keeping that from going to the house. But I tell you, get out of your gap just a little bit, and all of a sudden they're getting out there. great job again, Dustin Speed with a big interception. We got the momentum now, had that long touchdown, and things are kind of going our way right now. We got to protect better, and we're getting hammered right there. We're trying to keep people off balance. Nice run, great cut right here. Max can really run the football. I think people probably didn't realize that, but he is a really good running quarterback.
He really has good vision.
He does. He reads the option stuff that we do, and he's a dual threat guy.
Right.
He's just a winner, man. He's kind of old school. He's really tough. He doesn't mind getting in the lineman's face or whoever. And I really like Max. We really got dominated up front right there. We didn't get a push. We're playing high. We're working hard on that pad level. Nice throwing catch there, giving us a chance. Come in, just very poor effort blocking on the edge right there. We got to take a little bit more pride in our blocking there, and also we got to get the kickoff sooner. But I was proud of Brody. He came back and hit a solid field goal that really helped us out later on. So, we're gonna keep, just because we get one block doesn't mean we're gonna give up on kicking field goals. I mean, you have to be able to do that to win close games. So it's it's something we work on every day in practice. And again, you have to tweak personnel and kind of what you're doing and things like that, just like with your offense and defense. And we're committed to spend every day 4 or 5 different periods during a practice working on a different aspect of special teams. And
well, I know years ago the kicking game wasn't that important, but in the last 10, 15 years it's really developed and become an important part of the ball game.
And it's what's tough about it is because so much dead kicking or non-live kicking, or they don't kick at all, like in middle school or 9th grade or JV. You're really not developing snappers and holders and kickers and punters anymore. I mean, when I was growing up, everybody used to punt the football and kick and all that kind of stuff all the time, being outside, but it's not really being encouraged. And it's hard for us to justify spending time like working on the 9th grade or a JV punt team if you're not using it in the game, and everybody else is just practicing offense or defense.
Well, we're here tied up at the end of the first quarter, and this is the football review, and we're brought to you by Citizens Bank, Bill Smith GMC in Buick, and also Target Pest Control. And we'll be back after a commercial break.
With your Citizens Bank and Trust digital wallet, your busy life just got a lot less complicated. As a community bank, we know our customers. They're our neighbors and friends, and we know your banking needs. It's easy to use. Simply hold your phone up to the terminal at checkout. It's right there when you need it. No more searching for your cards. Citizens Bank and Trust. Small bank, big difference. Member FDIC. Third-party fees for data, messaging, and internet may apply.
Of the many forces of nature that threaten our homes, one of the most menacing strikes without warning. Sound or fury. They're termites, and they cause billions in damage homeowners insurance won't cover. Fortunately, Termidor protects before termites become a problem. Because there's no forecasting when termites will strike.
Call Target Pest Control for a free termite inspection of your home. We aim to please.
Six-function multi-pro tailgate, available only on the next generation GMC Sierra.
And welcome back to the Cullman Football Review. I'm here with Coach Oscar Glasscock, and it's tied up after one at 7-7, and we're brought to you by Bill Smith GMC, and they've got a lot full of trucks and cars, and also Citizens Bank and Trust and Target Pest Control. So tell those people we certainly appreciate them bringing football review to y'all every Tuesday night. But Coach, were there many adjustments needing made? You look like things were going pretty smooth here at the end of one.
We have a specific philosophy on offense and defense, and we're going to stick with it. I mean, you make obviously little tweaks here and there, and how you line, and when you look on your play sheet and what you call, and something's not really working based on how they're lining up. Most defenses are going to line up a little. Sometimes it's a little bit different, and you got to be able to, adjust your blocking schemes for sure. And we've got a lot of automatics. How we handle things. For example, if they shade the nose one way, and we're not going to pull that play side guard. We're going to block down and lead with the fullback instead. So those are a lot of the things that we do in the games.
But as long as you got 11 kids running to the football on defense, there's not much to adjust. Yeah,
there's a lot more moving parts going on in offense.
That's right.
Defense is a lot about alignment, having your eyes where they're supposed to be, and then, getting to the football, like you said.
Okay, well, let's get on into the second quarter and see if we can get things going. Here again, we got everybody running to the football and keeping him from getting around that corner.
Yeah, as a defense, it takes a little bit of time to settle in. The offense is going to be their fastest at the beginning. They took, just a couple of shots downfield here and there.
He throws a pretty ball.
He really does. It's extremely accurate. Big 3 and out right here, though, at the start of the quarter here. So that was I felt like we started settling in just a little bit and kind of got used to their speed. They had a short punt. We've got good field position now, and we got to take this ball down and score. They were playing way off Isaiah, and we're going to take that all night long. I mean, if they're going to play really far off, we're going to throw it to him short and let him make plays. I mean, he's got a lot of ability, and we got to hopefully make people pay when they start putting 2 people on him, and that takes another guy out of the box against the run game. So it's pretty simple. We had a little miscommunication there. We addressed that this week. We that's got to be like a handoff. Nice run, making something out of nothing. We weren't really blocking very effectively, but people see the kind of talent Jaden Sullins has. He can make people miss. Great throwing catch there, and again, that's the stuff. It's, they're going to put one person on him. That's nice hard running. You see Jalen really moving. I mean, Jaden really keeping his leg drives going. He's getting better as a downhill runner. And boy, we just can't do that. Man, we had what we wanted, and we opened up the wrong way. Just the moment in the game, and that really hurt right there. I didn't really mean to throw that slant. We can't. We're throwing it in the coverage right there. We need to, either throw a hitch or a fade out there. Needed a touchdown, but we were able to convert on the field goal, which is huge for Brody's confidence and our confidence kicking the ball. Brody's he's a great kid, but he's a soccer guy. He probably couldn't tell you that there's 11 people on offense. But man, he is really kicking the ball well. And, for a guy that's just come out there and never really played in the game before, I think he's doing outstanding.
And it's important for his confidence to actually get one block to go back out there and convert.
It's hard to get the soccer kids out for football anymore because the really good ones play club soccer. Man, they're traveling all around the Southeast on the weekends, and so that they're not available on Friday nights. And that's kind of a recent phenomenon. That's another thing that really hurts everybody's kicking game.
Yeah, I know a few years back they might play Park and Rec on Saturday, but that didn't.
Yeah, they weren't traveling. These guys
them.
they're traveling to Miami or Atlanta on Fridays and playing in these club tournaments, and it's a fall sport except in high school. Man, great job, man, standing the runner up. I think you can see the results of our weight program. We're getting stronger as a team, and we've played 2 outstanding teams, and I really don't feel like we've been pushed around. We've sort of held our own. Matt Brock with great coverage. He's a gamer, man. Those lights come on, he plays hard, and he's always in position to make great plays. Of course, we got to field this ball. I mean, field position is so critical, and their punter a little inconsistent. It's hard, I think, for us to get a beat on where the ball was going. And man, that's 2 weeks in a row we've let one go, and it's put us back in the end zone.
Yeah, if you're inside the 20, it makes it a difficult
here's what you
drive.
see Jaden Solons can do right here. He makes a great read, makes a great cut, and then he gets in the second level. And of course, they get a little 15-yarder added on right there. And we've got to take this ball in. And we turn it over, and it just, man, we had a great drive going coming out of our end zone, and that's just that's a killer. We've got to protect the ball, and again, on offense, you got to do your job, do your assignment, perfect, and it starts with taking that snap.
And after Jaden makes a good run like that, you got to be able to move on down and capitalize that.
Man, we're running the football again. I mean, defense is playing their hardest. I mean, that's just a super play. I mean, again, you can tell that that's Kenny DeGriffin is, his dad Bull was a longtime coach out in the county, is now an administrator, and he's works hard, and he's starting to make more and more plays. He's had a few injuries here and there, and defense does a great job getting the ball back, but man, we get down in that area that we've got to score. We just have to come away with points. And again, that's we're getting better. Seeing our linemen get out there, I mean, we're making positive yards here, whereas the week before we were struggling a little bit more. We got on blocks. That's the way these. We got to be happy with 4-yard runs, 5-yard runs. I mean, you get that every time. I mean, you can't be stopped. Again, Jaden's learning to run behind his pads and pick his legs up, and we knew we were getting the ball to, start the second half, and we're going to play a little bit conservative there. I mean, and we're a ball control offense, and we feel like we're in good shape. We had two kind of critical areas, when we're getting close to the red zone, and we've got to correct those. We got to keep those drives going, and we got to get touchdowns, and like I said, it's kind of a work in progress, and we've got a lot of new players out there and a lot of young players, and we're getting better, but those are the type of things that win and lose close games.
Well, as a spectator, you can see the difference between game 1 and game 2, and they're beginning to get some comfort with the system and continue to improve, and the growth and weights and strength will all come with time, but it's a learning process.
It is, and that's why you practice, and that's why game experience is the best teacher, and we're just. Like I said, the guys are working. They're bought in, and it's just like I said, you wish you could speed up the learning curve or the time that it takes, but you just can't. And but if we can be better this week, we're going to have another chance to win against an outstanding team.
All right. Well, we're going to take a commercial break and come back with the band at halftime. But this is the football review brought to you by Citizens Bank, Target Pest Control, and Bill Smith GMC Buick, and we'll be back after a Cullman Bearcat halftime.
At Citizens Bank and Trust, your security is our top priority. Online statements eliminate the risk of your financial information getting lost in the mail. The statement can be viewed online at home or on the go, and you'll receive your statements faster each month. Plus, signing up is easy. At Citizens Bank and Trust, your security is our priority. Citizens Bank and Trust. Small bank, big difference. Member FDIC. Third-party fees for internet messaging and data may apply.
First six-function multi-pro tailgate, available only on the next generation GMC Sierra.
Of the many forces of nature that threaten our homes, one of the most menacing strikes without warning. Sound or fury. They're termites, and they cause billions in damage homeowners insurance won't cover. Fortunately, Termador protects before termites become a problem. Because there's no forecasting when termites will strike.
Call Target Pest Control for a free termite inspection of your home. We aim to please.
Christopher Smith and Doug Torsham. The color guard captain is Grace Riley. The dance line captain is Sheldon Martin. The head majorettes are Peyton Hightower and Maddie Martinez. The band is under the field command of drum major Burley Grace Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cullman High School Bearcat Marching Band.
John, you need me to help you get down this ladder? Could you? I'll lower you down like I did John Martin a second ago. Yeah, pretty rough.
generation GMC Sierra.
Of the many forces of nature that threaten our homes, one of the most menacing strikes without warning. Sound or fury. They're termites, and they cause billions in damage homeowners insurance won't cover. Fortunately, Termidor protects before termites become a problem. Because there's no forecasting when termites will strike.
Call Target Pest Control for a free termite inspection of your home. We aim to please.
With your Citizens Bank and Trust digital wallet, your busy life just got a lot less complicated. As a community bank, we know our customers. They're our neighbors and friends, and we know your banking needs. It's easy to use. Simply hold your phone up to the terminal at checkout. It's right there when you need it. No more searching for your cards. Citizens Bank and Trust. Small bank, big difference. Member FDIC. Third-party fees for data, messaging, and internet may apply.
And welcome back to the Cullman Football Review. I'm here with Oscar Glasscock, and we're brought to you by Target Pest Control. If you've got termites or any kind of bugs you need to get rid of, call them and they'll take care of you. Also, Bill Smith GMC Buick, and also Citizens Bank and Trust, which is new to Cullman, and you need to check them out. But Coach, you're in good shape here at halftime, and I know it's a hot and humid night, and you basically have to be concerned with your kids being able to finish it out on a night like that.
Yeah, I know at halftime we were, I could tell they'd lost a lot of fluids. We gave everybody extra, and we actually gave them Gatorade, which normally you're drinking water. And so, like I said, it was, when you're coming through August in Alabama and you're practicing football, and then you had just a intense game where your effort was maxed out against Jasper the week before, and then you got to come back and you got to do it again. And football, man, it takes a while to recover. And it's like I said before, sort of an inexact science on you have to practice, you have to prepare on the field and do football things, but then you have to back off. And like I said, the humidity really spiked. It seemed like that evening, and I felt pretty good about our condition and shape compared to them. I didn't feel like we looked slow by any stretch, but we were noticeably, you could tell the amount of sweat and just the body language and things like that. We'd been in a fight, that's for sure. So it's kind of disappointing. We came, second week in a row, we came out, a little bit flat, a little bit less energy after halftime. We got to. As a coaching staff, we've been talking about some things and changing some things up we're doing. I mean, you have to rest, you have to get fluids, but we may need to get out and maybe tackle just a little bit, or maybe run a play or two, just because we haven't played well coming out of the gate after halftime for 2 weeks in a row, so we have to figure that out.
All right, well, let's get on into the third quarter, and Cullman's up 17-14.
And again, when they were receiving the ball, we sort of ran out the clock. What we got to be able to do is if we're going to be on offense, we got to get first downs coming out of halftime, and we got to be able to run the ball. Trying to run the power. See, our pad level's really high. It's just not a good way to start. The first play. We get there. We had a problem blocking this kid all night, and it's just, man, we're not starting off great. We got to be more effective on first down. We throw and catch to Isaiah there, but it's well short of the first down. We got to run things where we're giving ourselves a chance. Really disappointed with Shank to punt. It's just a very poor start, very, very poor. We give them the ball, close to 35. That's just unacceptable.
And you're going into the locker room thinking you got the momentum behind you and everything, and you really need to come and utilize that.
Yeah, we just field position. It's just a horrible start, and then they throw a trips concept. We got to have a linebacker drop to that number 3 receiver, and just little mental breakdowns. Just all three phases right now. We're not getting it done. Came out offensively and just didn't get a push. Had a very poor punt, and then on defense, we're not doing what we're coached to do as far as dropping on a number 3 receiver and just, and then we get run over right there. It's just kind of that's just all three phases. We just didn't play well coming out of the half, and we I think a lot of it's a mindset. I'm not sure that it's what we're doing physically, but we've just got to play better. If we're going to beat good people, Mortimer Jordan's a top 10 team, and and we're feeling good. Yeah, you're right. Going into halftime, we felt like we're controlling the game, and we'll come right out, and they get the momentum and take it down, score a touchdown. It's just very disappointing.
And they're up 14-10, which is certainly not what
we come running jet, and they got us outnumbered on that side, and we're trying to stretch the ball to the perimeter, be able to throw it, run it inside. And another effective throw and catch. It's just we got to be better on first down. So we got to connect on that. Had a receiver open. We got to be able to throw and catch it. So, again, 2 3 and outs to start the second half, and better punt this time. But again, you can see field position wise. I mean, they're close to the 50-yard line, and it's just again we got to. As linebackers, we got to drop, have a missed tackle. We're really on our heels right now. We had to make an adjustment and get some man coverage, or throwing the RPOs, and we're not dropping. And man, it's a blitzkrieg right now. There's such an accurate passer. The guy can run. They get the edge right here. Dustin gets enough of him to get him down the ground. Yeah. Now we're coming in. We got a big hit right there. That's a huge deal. They get a penalty, personal foul, and back them up. Now we got a chance to get a stop. Bat the ball down. Now we're starting to make plays, and that's what good players do. I mean, they make big plays when we momentum's all on their side. We cover them up into man coverage, get a good hit on the tackle, and get guys running the football, knock it loose, get a turnover. Now that's what you got to have,
right?
Because they score right there. It's going to be really tough to win that football game. So it's a huge play that by our defense. It's a great job rallying, great job by the coaches adjusting, getting us in some man, taking away the RPO stuff they were doing, and we got to get out here and get first downs.
Jaden did a good job running the ball and came close to busting that one on.
Yeah, we just got to keep driving forward, but again, we've got to get first downs. Jaden saw it. He's got the green light if he sees it to run it. That's the second week in a row he's been able to make a first down running the ball out of punt formation. Man, we can't throw the ball up like that. We got to throw it away. We can't. It's. Sometimes I think a lot of the 7-on-7 stuff everybody does in the summer and even in practice, I think sometimes it hurts you in the passing game because the quarterbacks really get used to just holding the ball and trying to force it in there because there's not any consequences to it. And, we work on that a lot. It's like we cannot force the football. Now we're moving the ball. We got it on the, come back. We're starting to make plays, throwing and catching, running the ball a little bit.
Jaden and Jalen are both coming up with a good run.
Again, we got to make a decision probably to run sooner there. Like I said, you see how effective a runner Max is. And we want to tuck that thing and run it. Make that decision sooner and go for it. We want the ball in his hands. Not getting a push up front at all. And, we've got it, again, pad level's too high. And it's just a different style of blocking, but we're working on it. We got to get a better block on the edge right there. It's a 22 is an outstanding player.
Yeah, you don't want that back being hit in the backfield. You got to give him a chance.
We got to get a surge. We made the right cut. That's a positive run. It's just we're behind the chains right now.
Well, here at the end of the third quarter, it's 14-10, but looks like we've turned the corner and got things going a little bit.
Yeah, well, at least we flipped the field position. And, that's never, you can't you can't undervalue that at all. I mean, it's you have to get first downs. You got to be effective in the kicking game because you can't give another team their starting possessions on the 40-yard line or 50-yard line consistently, and you're just not going to beat good people doing that. So, at least we're flipping the field some.
Right.
And the field position has been more in our favor than it was the week before, but it's still not where it needs to be.
All right, well, we're going to take a commercial break and come back with the fourth quarter. But this is the Cullman Football Review brought to you by Citizens Bank, Target Pest Control, and Bill Smith GMC Buick. And we'll be back for an exciting fourth quarter.
Of the many forces of nature that threaten our homes, one of the most menacing strikes without warning. Sound or fury. They're termites, and they cause billions in damage homeowners insurance won't cover. Fortunately, Termador protects before termites become a problem. Because there's no forecasting when termites will strike.
Call Target Pest Control for a free termite inspection of your home. We aim to please.
Six-function multi-pro tailgate, available only on the next generation GMC Sierra.
At Citizens Bank and Trust, your security is our top priority. Online statements eliminate the risk of your financial information getting lost in the mail. The statement can be viewed online at home or on the go, and you'll receive your statements faster each month. Plus, signing up is easy. At Citizens Bank and Trust, your security is our priority. Citizens Bank and Trust. Small bank, big difference. Member FDIC. Third-party fees for internet messaging and data may apply.
And welcome back to the Cullman Football Review. I'm Hugh Harris, and I'm here with Coach Oscar Glasscock. And Coach, I know you'll be glad to be at home after 2 games on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. You forget what it's like to have a home game. It's been so long. We played on the road we did a spring scrimmage with Benjamin Russell High School down there, and so yeah, it's going to be nice. I mean, we had a JV game home tonight. 9th grade played at home last week, and I know our guys are going to be really excited to play at home, and we have new black home jerseys, and the JV guys got to wear them tonight, so we'll give them a test run. They look great, and high quality, and I know it's going to be an exciting atmosphere Friday, and we're doing everything we can to prepare to win that football game.
Well, I know it's always good for those kids to get back in Oliver Stadium, and sometimes there can be a little magic there.
Yeah, a lot of history there, a lot of wins.
There certainly is.
A lot of wins, a lot of big wins there, and our kids know about the tradition and the history here, and I think they're going to give a good account of themselves Friday night based on the preparation this week. All
right, well, let's get on into the fourth quarter and see if the Bearcats can get it moving.
Again, a great throwing catch right there. Jaden can make people miss in the open field, and we're, had a block in the back late. That's a killer. We got a nice drive going. A little bit of misread there. They got us outnumbered on that side, and just that penalty, just another deal. This drive killer. Max had some cramps. Brought JT Blackwood in there. He's a cool customer, and Isaiah's wide open, and a lot of kids probably freak out, going out there, and JT's a thrower. We let him throw the ball, and Isaiah, made a good move on the route, something we hadn't shown, JT was able to connect on the touchdown, so that was a huge play in the game after
perfect
overcoming
throw.
that penalty. Perfect throw, great route. They had kind of busted cover. Get down the field again. Our kickoff coverage is outstanding. Now we're getting the ball. Again, we're getting penetration in the backfield like people have been doing to us. And you see us right there. We got him bottled up. He's trying to cut it back, and we're staying at home. Playing our backside responsibility. Just a tribute, trying a little Reno screen. It's hard to screen us. Our guys are smart, and Coach Morris does a good job schooling those guys up. Coach Walker it helps call our coverages, and Coach Hopper, and then the defense, I think, defense staff's really doing a great job this year. It's kind of like what I said before. They're a little more, the system we're running on defense is a little bit more familiar. We're getting out on the corner right there and pulling and blocking better, springing these guys. Ben Turner and Bailey Hayes are really getting. They're two athletic guards. I mean, they can get out on the edge, and we're getting a surge right here, as you can see. I mean, that's positive yards. Pad level's lower. Just got to be more consistent at doing it. I mean, you see the pad level lower, and now we're making positive gains. Running backs keeping their legs driving, and we're getting there. It's just before this year, now it's inconsistent. We're back standing up. Before this year, offensive linemen really hadn't had their hand in the ground.
Right.
They've been vertical set. And if you're struggling running with just through fast screens and got the ball out in space, and we're trying to be committed to the run game. Like I said, Max is doing everything he can to make something happen, and he's just a great runner and disappointing drive right there. And then, man, it was just, this is a killer, for field position. Shanked our second punt of the night, and it's just, we got plenty of time. Just got to make sure our drop's consistent on punting it. Fortunately, they throw, and we're getting to the ball. They made a poor throw. And again, they're on our side of the 50 and field positions there. Really good run on their part. It's kind of a guy saw the cut. I believe that kid had transferred over from minor this year. Like I said, Mortimer Jordan had several transfers come in this year. They're a winning program. People want to play there.
And they move and back them up 5.
Mortimer Jordan's a lot different school. Man, what a great throw and catch on their part. I mean, we couldn't have better coverage. We're all over. Noah Busman's in great position, and it's just an outstanding throw and outstanding catch, and sometimes that's going to happen. We did a good job on number 6 all night. He's a 4'4", really fast guy. His sister was a All-American softball player at Alabama. Again, another, really good throw and catch. Probably had a little bit of a mismatch athletically there. And they took advantage of it, but you see that quarterback, he's just, he's like I said, that guy's not like you say, an athlete. That guy's a quarterback.
Well, Cullman's here down 3, and see if we can get things moving here toward the end of the ball game.
Tough. Again, the field position on the punt was just they got a short field on us, but they really connected on a couple of throws right there, and then, credit to them for executing.
And then we start out with a big penalty.
Yeah,
It backs us up.
And, again, it was about, like I said, there's, 4 or 5 plays that really, most of the time, determine the outcome of a game, and when 2 teams are very evenly matched. It's just a tough position to put any offense in right now. We're backed up. We're trying to get a first down. Again, trying to get our pad level lower. It's just right now at this stage, this is going to be difficult for us to really throw and catch, and had a little bit of miscommunication again on this route.
And field position is so important. Instead of starting from about the 30, we started inside the 20. It just
like I said, special teams penalty, and just we look a little discombobulated here at the end, and that's some of the growing pains right now. But it's not a lack of effort. It's just it's tough to get behind the chains, as they say, with penalties and things. And got JT in there, tried a little trick play. Actually worked out pretty good. And try to work on this more and more. gives a little bit of a chance, get back in the ballpark and making a first down. Again, JT's in there to throw it. Man, we're just almost. I mean, just a game of inches right there, and they're able to run out the clock here. It was academic at that point. I mean, we didn't have enough timeouts to be able to stop it. But hats off, credit to Dusty Good and his staff down there. Dusty's a good personal friend of mine and Coach Saints, and he's a future Hall of Famer. What he's done there has just been a remarkable job. And of course, Morgan Jordan, they've been able to drop down to 5A, and then people don't realize they closed Warrior High School several years ago, and so those kids now go to Mortimer Jordan, and they a little bit different demographics there. I think at Mortimer Jordan than it used to be when I was coaching against them back in the early 2000s. This is, I think it's turned into a nice rivalry, and we need to win one of these games. But I'm hoping we can continue the series because I think it's they have great support, we have great support, and the gates are really good, and I think it's a natural rivalry, and I really hope we can keep it and moving forward in the future.
Well, we got Decatur coming in Friday night, and they're 0-2. Of course, they ran up against a strong Austin team last Friday night, which Austin seems like they're going to be the bell ringer in the north, but Decatur will come with both barrels loaded.
No doubt, it's a big game, and look, man, everybody knows Decatur and the kind of job Jerry Adcock's done there as their head coach. Over 20-year career, like defense coordinator at Hartselle for 5 years. It was that was a big rivalry game, and man, they were physical and fast and just well coached in all three phases, and that's the way this team is. Nobody needs to be fooled by their record. They've played two outstanding 7A teams start the year. Huntsville, Decatur doesn't back down from anybody, and they've played Huntsville, who's vastly improved. And, Austin's kind of been the bully of the North here lately. They've been beating Bob Jones and James Cullman regularly. And man, that Coach Perkins has done a phenomenal job there. Built a new high school. They're really growing. Decatur's very, very similar to us. I would say the main difference is they've been in the same system for 20 years on offense and defense, and they have had very little coaching turnover over the years. And, they have great tradition, and the kids are going to play hard, and they're going to be well prepared, and we're going to have to play our best game to have a chance.
And historically, they've always had that speed. Are they going to bring that with them this year?
Yeah, absolutely. They got a speed merchant at running back, and they're extremely athletic. Play extremely hard. They're very physical, and they're strong. I know the kind of weight program, and it's sort of interesting. Their style of practice is what have gone to here, and all of it sort of comes from Coach Steve Rivers. Philip Rivers' dad was the head coach at Decatur for a long time before he went to Athens, and so Coach Adcock and Coach Godsey that I worked for at Hartselle, and then Coach Creasy at Athens, all developed practice strategies based on what Coach Rivers had done, and so that now I guess I'm sort of the second generation of putting that style in. But you do a lot of 5-minute periods, a lot of team. Changes or whatever, a lot of competition, and it's a little different style. We're going to do a team tackle period early, and you pepper the special teams in through the day, and so our kids have really embraced it, our coaches have, and I feel like our practices are getting more and more efficient, and I think the kids get the right amount of rest, but then they're right back on the field too. So you don't spend say 20 or 30 minutes on defense and then flip to offense. You're back and forth, so. I just have a lot of respect for the Decatur program, period. It's going to be another meat grinder on Friday night. It's going to go down to the wire, and hopefully we'll do our part. And like I said, there's going to be 2 or 3 plays probably determine the outcome. And man, we need everybody's support. And people come out and root these guys on. And they're working hard, they're playing hard, and we know the wins are going to come, but I'd like for it to come Friday night. But it's going to take our best effort for sure.
Okay. Well, we'll certainly encourage everybody to fill up Oliver Woodard Stadium on Friday night. It's going to be a nice, clear night. Still a little hotter than you'd probably like, but
man, it's early September in Alabama, man. You know, we expected, and you know, Friday night's going to be youth night too. All our youth teams, the Cyclones and Bearcats, and our new flag football league, Park and Rec started. If the kids wear their jersey, you know, we're gonna let them in free, and they're gonna be able to, you know, stand on the sidelines a little bit during warm up, and the older teams are gonna be able to run on the field after we take the field, and so. You know, really excited about those guys. You know, visited a few of those practices, and there's a lot of enthusiasm for football. And there's a lot of great folks around that are promoting the game of football in their youth leagues, and you know, I think the flag football league's great, and the more people we can get playing at an early age, I'm all for it.
Okay. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you out on Friday night, and be back with us next Tuesday night as the Cullman Football Review is brought to you by Bill Smith GMC in Buick, also Citizens Bank, and also Target Pest Control. And we'll see you back here next Tuesday night.